Island called Boracay.
The voice of Boracay. Boracay. News, interviews, events, and the best local musicians. On the island that never sleeps. You're listening to Boracay Informer Live with Errol Sykes.
Here we are, Boracay Informer Live with your Indonesian Filipino, your host, yours truly, Errol Sykes, from Heritage, that's in Tambisaan Beach in Boracay. I'm actually guest at Desiree Segovia, who's the founder of Pinay, Boracay. And we're going to talk about this, as this is obviously March, International Women's Month, or should I say Women's Month?
Yeah.
Right? And talk about...
Happy Women's Month.
Yeah, Happy Women's Month. So thanks for having us here, doing the show here.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Ma'am Desiree, I was just wondering at first, when it comes to this type of organization that you founded,
Yes.
that was a first for me to hear that there is such a foundation.
In Boracay.
Well, in the Philippines, and then definitely in Boracay.
A women's organization.
Yeah, at
Yes,
least
a
in
lot.
Boracay. So
Yeah, here in Boracay. Actually, me too. In 2013, when
Right.
we started this, this is the first time also that I think it's the first organization organized here in Boracay, all women. Because there's a Republic Act, or there's a law. We have a law here in the Philippines that they call the Magna Carta of Women, 97 something, and I forgot the Republic Act number, but that one we based the gender and development law, that's why we based that's what we based our organization, on that Republic Act, and another Republic Act on the Organic Agriculture Law. There's also that is why I was so inspired to set up or to organize the women's organization here, because precisely, number one, in the budget of the municipal, or in our towns here in the Philippines, in our law would state that the women's group will get 5%. Now it's 6%. 6% of the total budget, from the total budget of the municipality. And then the second is the women will have their own place, will have their own will have their own center, will have their own activities. It will all be supported by the government because of that law.
right. So it started 2013.
Yeah.
How come it took so long?
For us to become this,
Yes.
to have our heritage, to have our products. There were a lot of struggles. Boracay, or the Malay is not the same as the other places in terms of politics. So that is where, and also in terms of culture, in terms of characters, in terms of attitude. So the Boracay residents are not really we're not really knowledgeable about this law.
Right. So how would you describe that attitude?
If me,
If
I
you would
say
speak for
this,
the women.
Yeah, if I would speak for them, it's so individualistic. But that is why we wanted them to bond together, to group together, to have that relationship, to connect with each other.
Right.
So we can start something very beautiful for Boracay.
Right. So if you would describe, your mission statement as Pinay Boracay, what would that be?
The Pinay Boracay, it's a brand that we made for ourselves, which means a woman of empowered woman, a woman of pride, a woman of dignity. So that is how we would like to carry ourselves. No,
Right.
We are proactive, pro health, pro environment, and productive women of Boracay.
Right.
That's where we would want to be models for Boracay.
Right. Because it kind of sounds like there was a big outcry for this, or big need for this.
Actually, yes, because because of culturally again, no, because women, we have a very macho society here, no, we have a very macho society here, and violence against women, God, name it, no. So these women needs kakampi. What you call that in English? Parang they need somebody to run to. They need a
Platform
a desk, yeah, a platform or something that would protect women's rights or women's against violence, no?
Right.
It should have a, so this law, we try to introduce this law to them so they would know that they have now a protector, or they have now a law that is solely for women.
Right.
Yes.
We're going to talk about that in terms of examples of
Yeah.
what women are reaching Pinay Boracay for later. Part of our show is the local music, so we've got one of our towns lined up, and after that song, we're going to talk about some of the examples that women
Yes,
are,
yes.
are looking forward to,
Yes,
to,
yes.
to meeting you.
Okay.
The voice of the island. Boracay Informer. Live. Hosted by Errol Sykes.
There's a fire starting in my heart, reaching out in the regions, bringing me out of love. Finally, I can see you crystal clear. Go ahead, sound it out, darling, who should be? See how I live, everything's up. Don't underestimate the things that I can do. There's a fire starting in my heart, reaching my fever pitch and it's bringing me out of dark. The scars of you reminds me of us. They keep me thinking that we almost had it all. The scars of you, they leave me breathless. I can't help feeling we're gonna let it go. More than guaranteed. You have my heart inside your hands, but you play it to me. Baby, there's so much to be told, but I'm one of you. I'm gonna go ahead and think of me and the rest of your display. Maybe now that there's much more to share. The scars of your love reminds me of us. They leave me thinking that we almost had it all. The scars of your love, they keep me breathless. I can't help feeling we're gonna let it go. More than guaranteed. You have my heart inside your hands, but you play it to me. Could have let it go. More than guaranteed. You have my heart inside your hands, but you play it to me. Every open door, count your blessings and find what you look for. Turn my soul into treasure gold. You paint me back and down, that's what you say. Because you had it all. Because you had it all. No
about environment.
Yeah.
What we also kind of stopped on just a few minutes ago
Yeah.
was when we were talking about the women in the beginning stages,
Yes.
and that there was a clear need for a platform for women here locally.
Yeah.
So what were like the main issues that local women were dealing with?
First of all, because I came from, an organizer. No, at the same time, I have enterprises that's related to network, no? To networks of farmers, to networks of a lot of organizations. Then I would see there's so much cultural transformation. You need to values formation. They have a very low
Self-esteem.
very low self-esteem, and it's like they're so undignified, no? So that is why they are so short-termer. They would talk to you. They cannot have a word of honor. Those stuff.
So what would that look like if they would meet a person back in those days that were
Yeah.
coming to you? What would a conversation be like?
The conversation is like more on money, utang.
Yeah.
Loan me money, because they would think that you will just live in 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, so everything will be forgotten. No more, no, cannot collect anymore because they don't have anything to pay. So, but then again, because you're free, you are new here, they take advantage of your kindness, they take advantage of your generosity. But in the long run, I just said, it was my personal mission now. No, I will not allow you. But I will have to do something about this. So it's like I would want a values formation. So let us have a group. Let us organize ourselves so we can participate in governance, and we can have projects among us that could help change.
So how did this change come about?
Positively.
Because if you're talking about a person individually
Yeah.
who is somebody who's thinking short term
Yes,
and also
yes.
has a sort of low self-esteem, that's maybe a big part
Yeah.
of women here.
Then you should have something that you should do together.
Right.
Okay, you have to create that relationship.
So how did you
bonding.
do that back in the days when you were starting out?
I have to call friends from all over to help me out with our capacities, trainings. We have to help out in our bonding activities, a skill and self improvement training. So that is where every Sunday we have 2 hours for ourselves. We get people, we invite people to talk. We get to invite a pastor or a priest to say our prayers. So we do things like that. So somehow it would it would help them realize that they have to be connected, or they have to be concerned with their number one, with their how people would look at them,
Right.
and how people
Their self-image.
their self-image.
Right.
They have to be aware, that it's very important to have a word of honor. It's very important to pay, and then it's very important that you have a friendly relationship, rather than always talking bad to your neighbor, or you have more productive ways of doing
Right.
things, more positive
Like
things.
progress.
Yes, those stuff. So I try to introduce them to those things.
You're listening to Boracay Informer Live with Errol Sykes.
Hey, do you want to visit the beautiful island of Boracay? Perhaps it's on your bucket list, but you're overwhelmed with all the options. Now's the time to escape. BPHT will help. We provide VIP transport service, organized tours, and activities through our excellent customer support and great assistance for a stress-free vacation. Picture yourself on the white beach surrounded by turquoise blue waters and flat waves. There's also parasailing or fly fishing for an adrenaline rush. There's something for everyone. Visit us at www.bpht.com.ph.
Beside me, it's only a dream, a vision of what used to be. The love's on, the sorrow, pictures at times, fading to melodies. How could I ever let you go? Is it too late to let you know? I tried to run from your side, but each place I hide, it only reminds me of you. When I turn on all the lights, even the night, it only reminds me of you. My freedom is what I thought that I was supposed to be. My heart lied when you cried rivers of tears that I was so blind to see. Everything we've been through before, now it means so much more, yeah. Tried to run from your side, but each place I hide, it only reminds me of you. When I turn on all the lights, even the night, it only reminds me of you. How could I ever let you go? Is it too late to let you know? I tried to run from your side, but each place I hide, it only reminds me of you. When I turn on the lights, even tonight, it only reminds me of you. I tried to run from your side, even the night, it only reminds me of you. Thank you.
So how did this progress come about from somebody who might have like a low self-esteem to 5 years later? I mean,
Yeah.
I imagine
5
you
years
have some
later,
more
you
progress
have to
now,
talk to them, no? 5 years later, no, like my other kasama, no? My companions there, no? Also my co-members. She was, yeah, I think you need to interview them, no? Because for me lang, no? For me, they were talking to me. They said that they were very thankful that we have this, that we were able to have these activities, they were able to get to know each other, they were able to have these bonding activities, they were able to volunteer, they were able to really did something for themselves,
Right.
no? And then they
While
were
being part
now,
of a-
yeah, while being part of the whole group.
Right.
Now, also now they can discuss, they can level up with their husbands, they can level up with their children, they can discuss with their children. Unlike before, they just argue, fight. So now, because of those transformation, because of those activities that we were doing together, and like also sharing with them experiences, our experiences, we get to have a sharing. So they now can have a more positive outlook in life.
Right.
They have a more
broader horizon.
Yes, broader horizon, and then it's more now of them sharing than them taking. You know, it's now they understand it's better to give than to receive. So it's more of they are now socially capable of example discussing with you, that because of the confidence. Now they are now capable of as I said, discussing with their husbands, discussing with their children. Now they're capable of talking to other people. Before, you cannot, they were always shy. They cannot because they are not so sure of themselves. They might say the wrong things. They might say, and I would always tell them, so what if you said the wrong things? You can always say, oh, I'm sorry, because we're not perfect. For them, like because of maybe also here there's so much negativity, so we try to transform that into positive energy.
Makes me want to think, what kind of trainings did you or do you still provide for?
Like the recent one was prosperity, because we really have to think progress and to think success. We need to have that success thinking. So negativity should be out of the everything should be open-minded. Everybody should be open-minded. Everybody should not be in that should be concerned and participatory. No, everybody should have a participation to what we do. So, and organic, everything through nature also, that we have to teach them how to the organic standards of planting, of farming. So we have that long 3 months training every Wednesday. And I was so amazed. They were very interested with that. We were about 74 ladies who attended that. We were given a lot there at the MRF to plant our vegetables. Then we graduated December. Everyone pala was so. That was also a learning experience for me, because I didn't know that each and every one of them needs recognition and acknowledgement.
Right.
They want to be acknowledged. They needed that so much that when you give them a certificate, they really have it laminated and put in their walls.
A sense of accomplishment.
Yes, it's an accomplishment on their
Right.
part.
So this was like practical training,
Yes,
apart
yes,
from
yes,
the
yes.
self-improvement trainings that you already were giving.
Yes, the hands-on, and there's also skills and the self-improvement trainings, and also the bonding activities and volunteer. I would encourage them all the time to volunteer for something worthy. That is why we're all part of the Philippine Coast Guard Auxiliary.
Right.
Because of these 4 basic principles. Anyway, what we really want there is the maritime protection, the MAREP, and the community relations. So that is why we needed to have that an organization, because we are coastal. So we wanted to help also in our small little way, just the eyes and the ears is already an accomplishment also. Again, that would make us feel better.
Yes.
So, that's very, it's fun, no? It was fun for all of us and very fulfilling for the rest of the ladies.
Right.
Yeah.
Isn't time such a phenomenal concept to think about? A lot can be accomplished, experienced, and expressed in a short amount of time. In just 77 seconds, your story and vision can be shared with the world. 77 seconds seem like a short amount of time, but with us, it's enough time. Your business will quickly reach and easily engage with your audience. Go to 77seconds.com now. 77 seconds. Let's connect.
The voice of Boracay. On the island that never sleeps. You're listening to Boracay Informer Live.
Still tune into Boracay Live. We're here at the Heritage, which is like a play on words,
Yeah.
something for her, a legacy to leave behind. Together here with Ma'am Desiree Segovia.
Yeah.
I still have to think twice pronouncing that name correctly. But a lovely view, I gotta say here, yes. And I think this is a very good place for women.
Yes.
Right here. So, was
This
it
is a
intentional?
picnic place.
Was,
Yeah.
was it intentional? You picked this
No,
location?
no. Everything we do not plan. Always we rely on our universe and our God,
Right, right.
the divine intervention. I do not plan anymore because if I do that, it's like it never happens. But if we just let it be, then anyway, when we had our meeting, we had 3 places to choose. One at Cabanbanan, the other at Bungao, and then one here. And surprisingly, the ladies chose this place. This place because number one, we have the picnic area here. This is all the picnic area.
Yeah, there's
tourists come here.
There's like
to have
you
lunch.
go up on a stairs and then they have
Yes.
like open cottages where you have like tables and chairs.
Yes, this one here, it's a picnic area, and of course over there there's also a picnic area. So it's not hard for us to invite them to come here and also
Right.
see what we're doing.
Yes.
So that is basically, and it's we would want them to see how the ladies are preparing for their souvenirs,
Right.
no? For their food souvenirs. Want them to see how we are mixing and blending,
Yes.
and how we are doing our environment friendly and organic products. So that's
Let's talk about that for a second, because apart from being a platform for women, you're keeping them busy with
Yes.
creating products.
yes.
So how did that
But-
come about though?
Yeah, the products, it's the enterprise, no? We really need to have an enterprise so we can be sustainable. Okay? And we can also have our profit, no? And air income for
Right.
ourselves. So we have to do this, that's why we chose to be a cooperative. Because in cooperative, we have shared benefits to all. You share the benefits to all. What I get, you get, they get. So the same, fair, all is fair, no? So that is why when we thought of an enterprise, it was really very, we have to research what would that be, that enterprise be. Food, because I came from organic agribusiness. Food, what is that food? Again, no, what is that food? And food souvenir, that time, dried mangoes, not yet. There was nothing that time, only t-shirts and all. And then so we chose to have this cassava and the sweet potato because it's abundant.
Yes.
And it has a cultural connection. So it's like the survival crop of Boracaynos during early times. Okay, so we thought of that, but then again, it was not really. It was not enticing to the tourists because they would see that in other places.
Right.
We wanted to have something different. So it's a good thing, no, that this year's research until we were able to discover the gumamela. The gumamela, we would see it everywhere in the logos of Malay, Boracay. We would see almost all organizations are carrying the gumamela.
Right.
So maybe Gumamela something also connection to the cultural history of the people.
Right.
So
Just to make a visual, gumamela is a flower
yeah, it's
that
a flower.
grows.
A
Would you say it's-
short-lived flower.
Okay.
Because they bloom in the morning and dies in the afternoon.
Right.
So they're already saying the afternoon, take us now and do something about us.
Right.
So that is where I got to research the gumamela, its health benefit, and then what products we can create from the gumamela. It was not really something that the tourists would have to tell us, oh, you do this or you produce this because we will buy. No, it was the cultural thing that I was really very particular about. So connecting them to a product that would make them remember Boracay, that it's Boracay, that they will only find this in Boracay. So that is where the gumamela, our gumamela tea, first we have the tea. The petals of the gumamela we make into tea and drinks. No, you had the gumamela drink.
Yeah.
And then the stigma, the receptacles and all, we make us into soap and shampoo. Okay, and then we collect driftwood. We try to collect the driftwoods and then the ashes, because this driftwood are hardwood. The ashes, we cook our chocolates. The rest of this, the mango candy, chocolates, what else? Yeah, the mango candy and the chocolates, we cook in the fire. And then those ashes, we make natural lye to make our soap and our shampoo bar.
Right.
Soap and shampoo bar. So this is
It's
really
a full use of
yes.
the
And
flower.
number one is the wastewater. No, we don't. Our wastewater goes to our garden, because our wastewater from our soaps and our small processing plant goes to our garden, because our wastewater is earth friendly, so it's not harmful to the soil.
Yeah.
So it's not harmful to the environment. So that is very the number one consideration, because we have to be pro environment. No?
Right.
Then our chocolates, our pinais, we call it our chocolate pinais. Now, our chocolate pinais also have to be culturally connected. Chocolate is our global product. The Philippines is like a top producer of cacao. This one, the tablea. So the Philippines global product is chocolate. Pinais is the local delicacy. So we marry everything, no, to make it global and local. Boracay is a global island. Boracay is now the number one island in the whole wide world. So how would you best connect the people, its residents, to its tourists, but through food, through the souvenir items, and through this environment, tell the world we are environment friendly. We have produced environment friendly products. So I think it's dignifying to the women,
Right.
because they can have something now for themselves that they can call their own. So that's very basic.
The voice of the island. Boracay Informer. Live. Hosted by Errol Sykes.
Hey, do you want to visit the beautiful island of Boracay? Perhaps it's on your bucket list, but you're overwhelmed with all the options. Now's the time to escape. BPHT will help. We provide VIP transport service, organized tours, and activities through our excellent customer support and great assistance for a stress-free vacation. Picture yourself on the white beach surrounded by turquoise blue waters and flat waves. There's also parasailing or fly fishing for an adrenaline rush. There's something for everyone. Visit us at www.bpht.com.ph.
Yes, to all the sexy ladies in the house. Boom! I'm feeling sexy, yeah. Now haters raining on me. Like a shot to Virgo. I'm thinking about to explode. I can see the thinking like it when it's smoking me, yeah. Now I'm breathing like I'm knowing good to take me down.
It's Women's Month. It's March, which means that it's Women's Month here in the Philippines. Joined here, or actually guest of Ma'am Desiree Segovia. We're going to talk about Boracay women. Yes, talking about empowering women, giving a little bit of dignity, their word of honor, while producing something that they can call their own.
Yes, yes.
So if there are people, and especially women, listening to this, how could they actually be part of your movement?
Actually, kasi because we are a cooperative. Number one, you should be a resident of Malay. No, resident of this island, resident of Malay, of the municipality of Malay. And then number two, you should be you should have a good what you call it, a background. You don't have a criminal record or anything. But now, for me, kasi personally, I would say that even if you have a criminal record and you have already, as much as we want, no, that's the more people that you should help, because the more that you shoo them away, the more they become, the more that they return to their old ways.
Yes.
So might as well give them a chance, give them an opportunity to be part of something greater than yourself.
Right. So if you want to call that greatness, to where they're from, let's say there is somebody who had like a history of crimes, for example, and she would come to you, how would that process be
I
in
would
terms
just
of your
have
training?
we have to go back to word of honor again. We have to go back to our old when you tell me something, I would expect that you're telling me the truth. I would expect that you would tell me that you are already a changed person. When you say that you have changed, you realize it. But of course, me, I would still have to be aware, or I have to be
on your guard?
Yeah, on guard.
Yeah.
No, because it's not about her anymore. It's about you, because you gave her the chance. You give people the chance. So if things doesn't go the
way you want it,
the right way, it's going the left way. So
yes,
there are ways to manage it, and there are ways to prevent that one. So as long as you gave her the chance, okay, it's much better than just cutting it off and then forget about it. You didn't give anything. You did not make anything out of it.
Right.
No. So in humanity, you have to be human also, because she is also human. So you have to be forgiving. You have to be accommodating and appreciative of these people. Even for them to come to you, that's already a courage that they have to swallow, a pride that they have to swallow, because they came to you. And you're a very lucky person, because they came to you. They have so much there to go to, but they came to you.
Yes.
They come to you.
Right.
Huh? So you give them the chance. Change is a chance that everybody should have.
Well, but when women would come to you, that would mean that you're doing a good job, because the word would be spread that you're doing something that they feel like can help you with.
Yeah. Hopefully, I also help. I have to help. I have to be. What do you call it? I have to be that person.
Yeah.
I have to be that person. But I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to take control of things.
Right.
I just let it be, and then just forgive. But then you learn.
Right.
Just learn.
So if you take that approach, and we're still in the first quarter of 2018,
Yes.
if you take a look at the rest of the year, what would your sense of accomplishment be when it's December 31st?
Oh, well, maybe it's more of the significance. The significance, the impact. The impact that you have made. You have made a difference. Okay, you have tried to you tried to be there. You know, the purpose of life. You try to be there for others. You try to care for others. So maybe when I die, I would have to tell the Lord, okay, Lord, what's my, where do I go? So that's it lang. So I'm not. I would always say that I'm not answerable to people. I'm only answerable to
God.
to God. So that's all. That's all there is to it. To just do whatever it is that you can to your fellow men, to have that also, to inspire them and to share what you have. Because it's just life.
Yes. Right. Well, that is definitely something to look forward to.
Yes.
It sounds like a very interesting journey.
Yeah.
And also for the people that you're taking care of, the women that are in this
Yes,
process.
yes.
Where can we find you in terms of your social media?
Yeah,
your-
we have our Pinay
website.
Boracay Heritage, open and close parenthesis, Heritage Facebook. You can see us there. Our activities are all there. I would have to update that every now and then, what we are doing. And please support our products. That is very important and very critical to us. That would help us a lot if our products would make it to the global market.
Right. So go and check out the Facebook page.
Yeah, Pinay Boracay. Cannot pronounce that,
I will try. That's one of the ambitions that I have for 2018.
Pinay Boracay.
Pinay Boracay.
Okay.
We'll have that find out here on Facebook. Thank you so much for having us.
Yes, thank
And
you.
thank you also for bringing forth progress here on the island.
Yeah, and happy Women's Month.
Yes, most definitely.
It's our month. You should be good.
I guess so. I'm outnumbered here amidst women, but yeah, I guess that is a good way to stay put for just this month. Okay.
The best local musicians
Guess I'm on my way.
on the island that never sleeps. You're listening to Boracay Informer Live with Errol Sykes.
Namin matinugtog yan, pasensya na po. On the spot po yung ginawa namin. Hindi po kami magkakagrupo kasi siya po, taga Mindoro po siya. Ako taga Romblon. There's something from Ed Sheeran. One more time. Wala. Here we go. Love is in the best place. The fun and love is at the power. That's where I go. Me and my friends at the television, singing fancy on the backside. The moment are up on the center, we just being the best. We ain't give it a chance. Take my hands up, we gotta get the dance back. On the sides, ready to sing it like One week and we begin, so we begin to going on to our thing. You and me and our genius are going, can you fill up your bag and then fill up the plane? We took 4 hours and hours of matters within this hour as the family is doing okay. So we live in the taxi, the rest in the back, so to the night and make our radio play. Sing it like, burning on, want your love, you let me sound me, for somebody like me. Coming on full of melody, I'll be vibrations on my knees, that part, that's on touch, grab on my waist, my baby. So come on, baby, baby, shake your body, baby. Come on, baby, baby, shake your body, baby. Come on, baby, shake your body, yes, I know. Make the trumpets blow. Make the trumpets blow.
Time, such a phenomenal concept to think about. A lot can be accomplished, experienced, and expressed in a short amount of time. In just 77 seconds, your story and vision can be shared with the world. 77 seconds seem like a short amount of time, but with us, it's enough time. Your business will quickly reach and easily engage with your audience. Go to 77seconds.com now. 77 seconds. Let's connect.
Thank you so much for tuning into Boracay Informer Live. Thank you so much to Pinay Boracay and everybody that made this happen at the Boracay Informer Live team, Sir Jonathan, Alfred, Karen. Thank you so much for tuning in yourself, and hopefully we can kind of bring forth change that will eventually lead to progress, and that's what we need here on the island. So this is what you can expect from Boracay Informer Live, giving local news, a little bit of insight of interesting people that are bringing forth that change that will hopefully lead to progress, and of course that live music. So if you're a musician, let us know where you are, and then we'll come by and record a little bit of your music and put you on this platform right here, because we really want to support local talent and local initiatives. That's it for now. Thank you so much again for listening. I'm your Indonesian Filipino, your host, your Shuli, Errol Sykes. See you on the next, and as we say here in the Philippines, kita kits.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
The voice of the island. Boracay Informer. Live. Hosted by Errol Sykes.